So guys, so you purchased a wrap for your cornhole boards. If you purchased it from me, you will have two of your wraps included in the box along with the squeegee. Um, this is helpful here. What you'll also need is a razor blade. Doesn't necessarily have to be this one. Just something very sharp to cut around the hole. So I use a high-tack vinyl because when I ship these things out, I have no idea what people are putting them on. I recommend a birch wood. It is super smooth. It's very easy to install on. Plywood, this works good on it, and even some other rougher substrates it will be fine for. So it's a real high tack, stick to anything kind of material. So very versatile. So a little more expensive than say your other wraps that you might get elsewhere, but I found I ship out probably 10 of these things a day. So I want to make sure that I'm not having to replace them for people because of cheap materials. So just show you a little bit on how I install on these because I sell local. I sell the boards with the wraps. Just here to the local people. So I'm going to show you how I install on the board. First thing is I usually do this flat, so it's going to be a curved ball for me. So I struggle a little bit, forgive me. Also, these little squeegees, they're just kind of inexpensive ones. I tell you, if you can put a napkin or a sock or something on this thing, it'll slide a whole lot better across this. So mine is just a little red one, and I got it's just a little piece of cloth on it. But put this in a sock, and it'll be able to slide around on the wrap a whole lot better. So for me, if you see me using this one, that's why, because this little this is called a buffer, and it just works a little better. So. Alright, so we're going to start at the bottom. Here's our wrap. We're going to start at the bottom here. We're going to fill up probably about 4 inches or so from the backing paper. Don't let this stuff stick to itself because it is, like I said, it is very, very tight. And then we're going to cut off, like I said, about 3 to 4 inches of this. Very, straight as line as you can get. Easier this way. That's garbage. Now, what I like to do, I'm gonna I had these cut to your regulation size, 2 foot by 4 foot. So if I come up here in the corner and I just hold that in the corner, then I come over here. Again, this is still flopped up. It's not sticking to anything. All I'm doing is just getting it lined up to where I want it. So I am going to, I forgot the squeegee over here. Keep your tools close. Alright, so all I'm going to do is just double check that I have it in the top corner and that this edge over here is flush and everything looks good. So if I have it over here in this corner, at the top and at this and then over here, everything else is just going to work out for us. So just apply a little pressure. You can do this by yourself. You don't need any help. So all I'm going to do is I just let it tack to my finger and just let it roll over. And then I'm going to, this right here is probably the hardest part. Go right down the middle, and then you can kind of lift it up. Don't let it tack up on you, and then just, So but as long as you don't press on it, this thing will come right up. So what I have right now, it is just it's only stuck right here at the bottom. So this part here is free. See that? And so now we can, this is stuff, shouldn't come off at all, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna turn this down this way, right? Now, what you're gonna see is that you got your cut part right here. What I like to do is grab this thing at the very top in the middle, and then I pick the backing paper, the part that I had just cut, and then the top of my wrap. You guys can see this here. And I pick it up. So now, what I have, don't let that fall, because it is a pain in the butt. So what I have now is, from here down, basically half of the wrap itself is exposed. The backing paper is off. And what I like to do up here is just make sure that I am where I need to be. I keep this kind of taut. And then what you can't see right here is the backing paper is actually looped right here, which is helping me keep it off of the board. So then what I do is my squeegee, like I said, it's easier if you have a little sock on it or something. And I just work my way left and right. And only putting down about half of where the stuck part is compared to what's not. And about 2 inches, it's just what helps. It's nice, slow, guys. You have a really nice wrap when it comes done. You'll be the envy of the party when your friends come over. And then the rest of it, I just pull about another halfway up. So now we're at about 3/4. And I just go back and forth, only doing, like I said, about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. And then when you get to the hole, you don't need to push on this. Like I said, this is a very super high tack vinyl. It will just let it lay, and then when you get to that hole, just go right over it real gentle. Then the rest of it, and then you can just throw the backing paper off and work out the rest of it. You might get a bubble in it here or there. But this stuff is really cool. If you happen to get a bubble in it, you could probably literally just press on it, and it has an air release technology, basically. Little lines in the back of it that it's not really set yet, so you'll be able to push some air out if you happen to get a bubble in it. But yeah, so I always like to go around that hole with my squeegee and just make sure that I got everything out that needs to be. Grab your knife. All you do is just take it and just go around that hole. Just let your knife rest right on that edge of that hole. And you go right around for a nice clean cut. And there you go. If you happen to have your board isn't exactly 2 foot by 4 foot. You may have, a little white space here or there, which is fine. Like I said, this stuff lays really good. If that happens, if it happens to hang over, you can, like this board here, has just a little bit. It's just a hair. So I like to just take my knife and run it down the side. Kind of like how I did that hole. And just let it slide, and it's just a little piece of hair of it, but always makes for a really nice cornhole board. So here you go, guys. I hope this helps you out in making your wrap nice, slick one. You guys have a great day.